Hello, English lovers. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. On today's video, we are going to tackle a vocabulary aspect known as homonyms. Before we continue, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Do not also forget to turn on your notification bell in order not to miss out on any lessons that will be subsequently posted. Let's dive in. What are homonyms? Homonyms are words that are pronounced and or spelled the same but have different meanings. Homonyms are words that are pronounced or spelled the same but have different meanings and often different origins. So let's have some examples of homonyms. We have the word bank, which can either mean a financial institution or bank, which means a slope or an incline. For example, I have to go save some money in the bank tomorrow. I have to go save some money in the bank tomorrow. Now we are using the word bank as a financial institution. Another example, wait for me at the river bank. Wait for me at the river bank. Now we are talking about bank as a slope or an incline. The next example, we have bat. Bat can be a flying mammal, or bat can equally mean a sports instrument or equipment. Now let's have an example. I told mom not to eat. My mom told me not to eat bats. My mom told me not to eat bats. Okay, the next example, I love to use my bat and ball for baseball. I love to use my bat and ball for baseball. So these sentences are two different sentences to give the different meanings of this same word, bat. Same way we did with bank. Okay, now let's take another example of a homonym. We have bow, which means front of a ship. The front of a ship is called a bow. And we have bow, which means or which is a ribbon that can be put on one's head or around a package. Ribbon or a bow can mean a ribbon which can be put on one's hair or in a package. Then, bow again can also mean the front of a ship. Okay, now let us take another example of a homonym, cloud. Cloud. Cloud can mean weather phenomenon, and cloud can equally mean a collection of data or applications online. Cloud can mean weather phenomenon, and cloud can equally mean a collection of data or applications online. The last example, we have the word spring. Spring can either be a season or spring can be a quiet metal object that stores energy. So, these examples are just to emphasize on the fact that homonyms are words that have the same spelling, the same pronunciation, but they have different meanings. So, we have different types of homonyms. Let's see the different types of homonyms that we have in English language. So, the first type of homonym that we have are called homographs. Homographs are words that are spelled the same but have different meanings, and at times they can have different pronunciations. Other times they can be pronounced the same. Homographs have or are spelled the same but have different meanings, and other times different pronunciations. So let's have an example or some examples. The first one we have fair. Fair, which can mean just or equitable, and fair, which can mean a gathering or a festival. You see that the pronunciation and the spelling are the same, but they mean different things or different occasions. Now, let's have another example which has a different meaning and a different pronunciation. We have the word read. Read, which means to look at something, and read, which is the past tense of the word read. So, these are examples of homographs. Now, the second example of homonyms, is a homophone or homophones. So, what are they? Homophones are words that are pronounced the same but have different meanings and often different spellings. Do not get confused. Homophones are pronounced the same, but they have different spellings and different meanings. Let's have some examples for you to better understand. We have t, we have two, we have two, we have two, and two. In order for you to understand this, okay, let me take the first one, t, is T-O. The second one, two, is T-double-O. The next one is two, as in numbers. So, the first one, two, is in the direction of t. We are talking about the direction of something. We have two, which also means also or very. Then we have two, which means the number two. Okay, the third type of homonyms that we have are homonymic phrases. Homonymic phrases. These phrases have the same wording but different meanings. Homonymic phrases have the same wordings but different meanings. For example, break a leg. This phrase or this idiom, break a leg, can mean good luck, or in another situation, break a leg can mean to injure one's leg. Break a leg can mean to injure one's leg. Okay, so why are homonyms important? Why are homonyms important? For example, or the first reason why homonyms are important are clear communication. Understanding homonyms can help us communicate more clearly and avoid misunderstandings. Now, these two can only happen when we have a good mastery of homonyms, when we know when to use which word at what time or in what context. Now, the second one is effective writing. Another importance is that it helps us in effective writings. In recognizing homonyms can improve our writing or speaking. For example, you'll be able to choose correct words for different contexts. You'll be able to choose correct words for different contexts. The third importance of homonyms is improved vocabulary. Who doesn't want to improve his or her vocabulary? Okay, so when you use homonyms, they give a good aura, a good spice to your vocabulary that show that you are a good communicator or a good writer. So, homonyms help to expand one's vocabulary. Now, what are the tips for us to be able to master homonyms? The first one, we have to read widely. When we read widely, we'll be able to discover new words, we'll be able to learn how to pronounce new words, and this would help us expand our vocabulary. We'll become more familiar with these words as we use them as often as possible. Now, the second way for us to be able to use homonyms is for us to practice active listening. Pay attention to how words are pronounced and used in different situations. This way, we'll be able to get words and their meanings from the speaker and relate it to the context. Now, the third one is for us to learn from mistakes. We should not shy away from mistakes. Rather, we should be able to use them as opportunities to learn and improve. Homonyms can be confusing, but they are also fascinating. They are fascinating because when you are able to have a mastery of homonyms, you would love your English. So, by understanding and mastering homonyms, you become more effective in communication or writing or what have you. So, what are some of the actions to take in order to improve on our vocabulary as far as homonyms are concerned? Okay, so I have a little exercise for you. Please make sure to do it in order for us to see if you're able to understand what has been done. What are the actions that I want you to take? Write down 5 homonyms that you find interesting or confusing. Write down 5 homonyms that you find confusing or interesting. I'll go to the comment section and check. Whew, that is it for today's lesson on homonyms. Thank you for watching. If you have any situation, any issue at all that you would like me to handle, please leave that in the comment section. Do not forget to like, comment, and share if possible. Would you please do that? Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Ciao.